So I think we are live. Okay, so welcome everybody. This is going to be the first meeting that we have in May for the node.js security working group. So yeah, let's jump to the agenda and to the meeting minutes. So please include your name on the meeting minutes as well. Let me pass the link on the chat. Let me open the chat also here. Okay. So yeah, first topic. First of all, anyone has any announcements? Good. Okay. So then first topic in the agenda will be to review the vulnerabilities. So let's have a look if there are any new vulnerabilities. I think there was something discussed previously regarding OpenSSL, but not very sure if there are anything new that wasn't discussed yet.
Yeah, I see there is not a new release, so I think there is nothing we can do about it. Just wait for new release.
We're waiting for them. Yeah, we're waiting for them. Yeah, they are tagged actually as waiting for them. So yeah, aside of those previously discussed, I don't see anything new there. So yeah, next topic in the agenda will be to check out the scorecard monitor review. I have created a pull request. Let me see if I can find it. So it's here. Yeah, it's pull request 981. I will pass that here and I will put it also in the notes. But yeah, basically, I have taken the comparison. So security working group and Node.js itself, I think, is the same as previously values. Undici has some organic changes, which has been related to the CI test. So we decreased it a little bit because of that. There is one merge pull request that didn't pass the CI test before got merged. And we increased a little bit organically as well, because we had before 5 unreview human change sets. Now we have only 1. So I assume next time we run it, it's going to be fully recovered. So yeah, the trend hopefully is going up in the following sessions. So yeah, that was all in terms of the scorecard, at least for the 3 main repositories. But if you are curious, you can check the full report also in the pull request. We have it. So yeah, next thing, first topic in the agenda for today, it's going to be discussing about the best practices, the CII best practices, which is the best practice batch from the OpenSSF. It's issue 953. Just of us the catch up. We have some discussions about it last session. So there are 2 pull requests currently. One is for the entry level, which we already have been published time ago. There has been 2 weeks of discussion, so I left the pull request open. There have been some discussions. I will close most of the discussions tomorrow. I will move some of the topics that are interesting to new issues, so we can, do a proper research later on and bring the discussion separately, so we can try to improve other things. But overall, I think the entry level is kind of updated. We might only need to change 1 or 2 things, but that's all. I will ask Rod also for give me permission, so give the general alias for the build team or something like that permission, so we can few people have access and edit them. And when I update those, I will merge the pull request, so we basically have that updated. So I will say that also in the Slack channel, but if you want to start having a look to the silver level, which is the next one, it will be great. There are plenty of questions to answer there. I try to answer some of them. There are not yet a lot of participation there because we focus in the previous pull request, but if you want to have a look, that will be fantastic, and to bring some ideas and discussions. And I'm pretty sure we can bring a lot of issues for potential improvements and so on. So that's okay. And I will say, like, for now, we can forget about the gold level, because it's going to be like the next one. So if we don't achieve the silver, we cannot jump to the golds. It makes no sense to start discussing that. But if you want to have a look how the form looks like and so on, there is a draft pull request there, so you can get an idea. So yeah, that's all for that topic, I think. Any suggestions? Anything else? Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I have a quick question. So I see that this issue is for node.js project. Do we have plans to, apply for CII best practices badge for other projects as well in
Yeah.
the GitHub? Yeah.
Potentially, we can do it maybe for Undici. Maybe we can also, try to help with ADA to do an implementation and maybe other dependencies that we have and so on. So we can do a little bit of lobby on that direction. Definitely
Okay.
for Node, it's going to happen. But I mean, what's already there. So we kind of jump in. Also, the idea of this is to move this documentation later to Node.js core itself. So we are kind of in the same page, and then we can start brainstorming other projects for the organization. So the people are more or less aware what is this, how it happened, and the questionnaire. So yeah, we might want to discuss maybe the list of the projects that we want to put effort on this. So I assume, yeah, on this is going to be, for me, the next thing on the list, because it's the one actually that we track on the scorecard officially and so on. So it can be like the best candidate for the next one.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, next thing I think is 929, issue related to the improve of the Node.js scorecard. Yeah, I think there are no news from, there are no actions pending. I mean, there are some actions pending, but they are not yet actionable, if I remember well. And I will put, the update from the scoring here also, so we can have a track on the issue itself. But yeah, I think that can be easily done. Permission model, let's have a look. There have been some discussions about, I think it's already of the roadmap for the phase 2, if I remember well, right?
Yes, I have something to say about this. Just update that I've started working on the basically path resolve in C++. So it's one of the points in this new issue. And probably if Rafael was present, he would have more update, but
yeah,
that's it for my side.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, I think there is also one topic related on the performance team. We discussed it, I think was 2 meetings ago or something like that, that any improvement that we do on the path resolver in general, it's going to increase a lot the performance. So if we fix path as a library in any way, it will have a huge impact. So maybe I can try to bring the topic also to the performance team on Monday to see to get maybe some testing and so on, so we can see how much that increased the speed. But yeah, I think that's also in a good direction. Good. I think next one, security working group scorecard. I think this is issue 884. I think there are not a lot of things to do here yet, if I remember well. We are just working for some more organic progression. If anyone wants to get fuzzy. Yes, Thomas.
I just think, it just remain fuzzing and so we are. I think we pretty done. I guess it can still improve to 9, but I don't think we can go further.
I think we have like 3 issues for like improve like security working group, improve Node.js, improve Undici scorecard. So maybe I will remove them from the agenda, and at least there are anything new from the next check that we do.
And by the way, I had a subject about for example, because we were discussing about Node previously, but about Undici too. One of the things I think it would be nice to look is as a security member, I can really if we go into Undici and security type, I can see the the security warning for Undici. So I don't know if we have like parameter for groups like to be able to see, for example, scorecard warnings for all the project in Node, or if we have something like this maybe to customize. Because I think it's quite complicated, to help sometime on some project if we can see things in the security tab. So yeah, I was maybe I don't know, maybe Michael or someone can look this, because it will be nice to, because we need to get the information. We need to run an analysis and get data from somewhere else. So it takes. And
I think
sometimes we don't have the updated information, so it's quite complicated to work.
100%. I think we can ask Michael to see if we can try to tweak a little bit the permissions so we can see that easily. I think that will make sense. I think if we're okay, we can jump to the next topic in the agenda, which is 816, which is 860, which is related to the automate security release process. I think Rafael was working on this. He made a good introduction to this topic during the collaboration summit. So there are plenty of options, I think, for give some help on this regarding many automations stuff. So just for full context, there are, like, if I remember well, like something like 21 steps or something like that to the release. So some of those steps, maybe we can help with some, tooling, automation, so on. There are some options that we can help there, and was very open for the community also to give some contributions and so on. I mean, some of the improvements doesn't require for you to be a releaser or so on, so it can be open for many people. So let's see if the community want to help a little bit, and maybe we can do like proper introduction or like a state of this on the next session, so we can have better guidance on the topics that community can pick and try to help. Good. So jumping to the next one is assessments against the best practices, which is 859. Let's have a look. Okay.
I guess this one is quite related to the previous subject we already discussed.
I think so. Also, I think we can even potentially maybe we can close it because I think we improved the scorecard for the report that we monitored already. So I think that can be considered kind of done.
I don't remember if we were keeping it because it was the reference issue because for the initiative, I think. But
actually, I think so.
I a bit lost between all the issue about we have one issue for a lot of things, but
maybe we can create an issue for the OpenSSF related improvements, so we can bring the best practices and the scorecard and so on, so we can centralize it a little bit. I will discuss that offline on the Slack channel, so maybe we can just get a new one with and we can close some of the others. But okay, that's good. Next one, I think we have the forum for that, but discussion about the policy integration. Policy integrity integration on Windows. I think there was some discussions about it maybe in the during the collaborator summit, but not very sure we updated directly any of the issues yet. So
I think people who take care of that are not present today, so we can probably
can skip it for now. That's okay. And I think last topic officially in the agenda is automate the updates for all the dependencies.
I have updates, and so basically there is just one dependency left to automate. And on this topic, I would like your feedback on basically this pull request. So the main discussion here is that when we we have a dependency,
Mhm.
sometimes it's better to add the whole dependency folder, for example, the include folder and the source folder, rather than the single files that are needed, because it makes the dependency update process way easier, because I just replace the whole folder rather than to have a list of files that obviously it's way harder. So on one side, there is adding probably useless files to the project, but on the other side is having an easy automation process. So this is the discussion going on under this pull request. And if you can add your feedback on this or want to discuss it, it's welcome. Also, because this pull request is the one that's basically blocking the update of the last dependency, which is histogram. So if we could fix this, would be great.
Yep. Like it, yeah. I think one question from my side: if the files that we don't use are how impactful they are later. I mean, they are going to be like part of the final result of the binary of Node, or they're going to be fully ignored. So
yeah, they're fully ignored, because basically it's a GYP file. So it will only take the files that are listed inside the GYP file, and the other ones are ignored, but of course are tracked on Git. So that's one thing, but discarding the files that are not needed, it's very hard, because every update they could change the file structure. So if we just replace the folder, the source and include folder, it's way easier.
Yeah.
But obviously we have some files that are useless. So they have no impact on performance. They have absolutely zero impact on the build.
Yeah, I see your point. Yeah, I think the most, I mean, maybe painful point for that is that it's making bigger the Git repository, which is already quite big. So yeah, sometimes it's complicated to download and so on already in some of the systems, platform, third parties, and so on. So yeah, maybe that for me is going to be like the more painful point, but definitely I will write a comment also here. But yeah, in my opinion, makes sense to have an easier way to do this than, just having some useless files that are, not painful in terms of performance, final process, and so on. Just painful when you clone the project. So yeah, I think it can be okay until we find a better way. But yeah, I will put a comment as well, and I invite you to all of you also to put your opinions. So that will be helpful, I think. Yeah. So we can unblock the discussion and then we can move ahead. Yeah. Yeah, because I think that was the last automation, right? Next step is going to be like moving for the other versions of Node, right? It's going to be like
exactly. So after this one is done, we can start including the agenda, the new 2 issues that I opened on the security working group. And I think it's like they are quite easy. And so it would be great if we can like start to involve more people, because they are very good first issues. So this would be a great way to have more involvement in this working group. So
fantastic. In terms of a skill set, what is required? It's going to be like more bash scripting and things on that way.
Bash scripting, GitHub Actions. That's it.
Fantastic. Okay, I'm happy to help if you need an extra hand. So I get more familiar with it. So that's going to be great. Okay. Fantastic. So yeah, I think that was, if I'm not wrong, that was officially the last topic in the agenda. So yeah, anything else?
Great job, everybody. Like from the Collab Summit, I heard very good things about the security work group. Everybody was like happy with the work we have done, and security is going to be one of the main focus area for the next years. So
yeah,
great job, everybody.
It's a good feeling. Yeah, also Rafael made a super great presentation. I have to say that I saw that in a stream and it was super great. So yeah, hope we can pass later on the videos of all of that so the people can see it. But yeah, it was a really good, I think, like good year, overall. So yeah, since the last collaborator summit. So yeah,
it's cool to have people and activity, because when I
Yeah.
joined it, like everybody, like it was not active and nothing was. So it's cool to to see things moving forward.
Yeah, the dynamics of the working group has changed a little. Yeah. I love it also. We are very dynamic. Okay. So yeah, congratulations to all of us for this. So yeah, I think aside of that, any other topic that we want to discuss, or news, announcements, anything else? Good. So in that case, see you in 2 weeks then.
Bye.
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 Bye, everyone.